An angel in a cowboy hat used to bounce me on his knee. Sometimes I'd climb up in his lap in a worn-out tractor seat. He'd let me steer his old John Deere, and we would pull a plow, and I can drive a tractor today, 'cause the old man taught me how. He taught me how to work those calves with a horse and a rope. There was nothing he couldn't shoot if he could see it through the scope. You'd see him at the auction barn, drinking coffee with his friends, just like some Western show. They were outlaws till the end. But he was my hero, he was my best friend. Might have been an old cowboy, but to me he was heaven sent. And he was always there for me when I got off the beaten path. I wish everyone had a hero just like that. An angel in a cowboy hat. Angel in a cowboy hat, fed his cows at Cotton Sea. He always had a newborn calf for me to bottle feed. He kept a Bible by his bed, and he would pray for rain every night until he heard that sound on his window pane. He was my hero, he was my best friend. Might have been an old cowboy, but to me he was heaven sent. He was always there for me when I got off the beaten path. I wish everyone had a hero just like that. An angel in a cowboy hat. You know, he was my hero. Hell, he was my best friend. And though he left this world too soon, to me he was heaven sent. But now he rides with Jesus, and I know this for a fact. This old world could sure use some more people just like that. An angel in a cowboy hat.
UvaldeRadio.net, bringing you the best in Texas country, and that is some, new to us. It's Brad Jenschke with An Angel in a Cowboy Hat, although he's got some brand new stuff. And you know what, man? Brad, I don't know this guy from Adam, but he is a cool guy in my book. Most of you guys know we've been promoting Morgan Ashley performing tonight at Hangar 6 Air Cafe. Well, she got a last-minute bout with laryngitis and had to cancel. And I'm telling you what, this guy came in clutch. So tonight, Hangar 6 Air Cafe, as far as I know, the first time Brad's played in Uvalde. He's here to tell me all about it, though. Please welcome on the phone, Brad Jenschke. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, how's it going?
I am so excited to talk to you, man. First of all, thank you for coming in clutch and performing. You're coming out to Uvalde tonight from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Hangar 6 Air Cafe. That's over at Garnerfield Airport, man. It's a cool spot. It's going to be great weather, and they've got some delicious food, cold drinks, and we're excited that you're coming in to do a show for us, man.
I'm excited about it, too. It's going to be nice to go out a little farther west than I usually play, and see a different crowd. So I'm very excited about it.
So now, Brad, you're based out of Poteet, or has that changed?
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Like I've always told people, I'm a rancher by day and a rock star by night. All my family has ranch land here, and we run cattle. We bale hay for the public, and we raise our own hay as well. When I'm done with that, I come home at night, grab a shower and a shave, and grab my guitar and jump in the truck and go play somewhere.
Now, I got to say, man, that's legit. That's the way it should be. I mean, you got all these, supposed country and western stars that have probably never picked up a shovel, you know what I mean, or or been on a tractor, or been on a horse, you know?
Well, absolutely. I've done it all. I've done my share of shoveling, that's for sure, and definitely spent my time on tractors and horses and in front of cows, that's for sure. I've done this all my life. My parents, lifelong ranchers, and this is how I was raised. I mean, went to high school, and sometimes I'd get off the school bus or get home from football practice and go do some work. And whenever off season came, then I was always working after school. You know, it was just a thing that never slowed down for me. And summers we'd be out there building fences and baling hay. And as years went on, I went to college and stuff and came back and decided I really wanted to do this more so than a professional career, quote unquote.
Uh-huh.
And so I did teaching for 3 years. I was ag teacher and decided I didn't really want to do that as a life career, but came back and started doing my own thing with farming. I have my own little herd of cattle. I help my dad mostly with his because he's got quite a few. And so bale hay and raising cattle. But picked up my guitar when I was 16 and started learning how to play. Wrote songs. I think I started writing songs even before that. And years went on, just kicked it around, played around with it a little bit, and then around the time I was 28, I started with my first band, which was called the Broken String Road, something we assembled with just friends. And after about 2 years, that kind of collapsed because lead singer got married and starting a family and such things
sure.
like that. And so I kind of took over as lead singer and came up with Brad Jenschke and Neon Ranch. And my first show as my new band, I had to go pull a calf out of a struggling pregnant mother about an hour and a half before I had to be on stage. So it was off to a kind of a start like that, as you can imagine. Literally got through helping Mama deliver the calf and ran over and got on stage about an hour and a half later and kicked off my career.
What a great story. I mean, you are the real deal, man. That's legit. I mean, okay, not to start off asking you to throw any shade, but you've got to have an opinion on this. I mean, again, like I started off saying, you know, a lot of these country artists, there's not much country in them, you know? How do you feel about that state of, I guess, the Nashville especially? I know here in Texas, we're still pretty legit, but do you have a take on that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at people that have gone and just the independent route, you know, they do things their way, and it comes out a little more genuine. But when you go to Nashville, then you get things like producers involved, you get people with money, you get investors, you get all these different things involved. And really, you can be a really country person. I have a friend who personally knows Luke Bryan.
Uh-huh.
Like, he'll come down to the hunting ranch and stuff. He says he's an old country boy, and his family, something about his family owned like a fertilizer company or something, and, you know, so he was involved in farming. But when you go up to Nashville, you know, they're going to tell you, hey, this is how we're going to make the music, and, yeah, you may write the lyrics, but this is how it's going to come out, and, you know, we're cutting you the check, and we're going to tell you how to wear your clothes and this and that, and, you know, our word is how it goes, and that's just the money game. That's, you know, and they're trying to push country music to a crowd that doesn't listen to country music.
Yeah,
that's why you're hearing, like, the click tracks, the hip-hop kind of...
Mm-hmm. Trying to make it accessible to as many ears as possible, for sure, yeah.
Absolutely, and I'm more of a niche specific. I'm here for the cowboy and the rancher and the farmer and the people that have been through that kind of life, and so not everybody can relate, but I try to keep my music geared towards those kind of people as much as I can. I did that in my song Angel in a Cowboy Hat, my song that came out earlier this year, Old Rancher Blues. I've got another one on my upcoming album that I've been working on with Mac Damon for, called Hardworking Cowboy, and one of the punchlines in the song is it takes a hell of a man to be a cowboy, and so right there, that's 3 songs that are niche specific to my kind of people.
Well, man, you are definitely, like I said, the real deal, rancher, true cowboy. So obviously that comes through your music, and it definitely lends some legitimacy to it. Again, I'm new to your stuff, but right from the start, man, lyrically, definitely you are doing, the real stuff, traditional sound, Texas country, and your voice, man. You got a real cool traditional style and voice. Let's talk about your musical background. When did you realize you could sing, you could do it in front of a crowd, and you were good enough to record it?
Well, buddy, I'm still not convinced that I can sing. I just do it anyway. But no, for years I was just the stand there and shut up and play lead guitar kind of guy. Even in my first band, I never was really good at singing in my younger years, and some days I'm still convinced that I'm not, but I just started on a whim, started singing, and I've always written my own songs and stuff, so I just kind of started playing my own stuff because I had, 7, 8 songs written that I like. I probably have way more than that written. I know I do, but...
Well, now, as far as the songwriting goes, I mean, do you come from a musical background, your family? How did you just kind of start writing songs?
Oh, man, nobody in my family knows how to play instruments except for me. I mean... Just
picked it up and started picking, huh?
I just picked up a guitar, and I did what my generation did, and the internet was starting to become a thing.
Right.
Written out chords to whatever songs I loved. The first one I learned how to play was Don't Close Your Eyes by Keith Whitley, and I just printed out the chords and sat there and mashed on the guitar until I got it. From there, I always was interested in writing songs and creating my own stuff, so even before I got my guitar, I was starting to write songs. But once I got a guitar, then started putting chords and stuff to it, then I got a little more creative. And I remember writing one of my first good songs when I was a junior in high school, and played it for friends and stuff. They seemed to like it, and wrote more as I went on. But then I learned how to play. Went from acoustic guitar to electric guitar, and then from electric guitar to harmonica and lap steel. And eventually, at one point in time, I had a pedal steel. I wound up getting rid of it though because I just never had the time to learn because I was taking on lead singer, lead guitarist in my new band, so I really didn't have time to learn pedal steel anymore. But yeah, I mean, as far as vocalist, I started out and I swear my other bandmates wore earplugs. And then I started getting lessons and started understanding what it really means, like to sing a note rather than just say a word or sing a word.
Right, okay.
And so learning to sing in tune and something like that. And so it's taken me a few years we started 5-6 years ago. I think 6 years ago at this point is what we counted it as. Yeah, we started in 2015, but so from there, it's been a learning experience for me, and took lessons for a little while, and then once I kind of understood the concept, I've just been working on singing and hitting notes in my own time, and it's finally starting to pay off. I mean, you heard what we did with Angel in a Cowboy Hat and with my new song, West Texas Girl and stuff, and so not such a scrub anymore, put it that way. And this year, since things have bounced back from the pandemic, I've played probably more shows this year than any of the ones I have in the past.
Wow, that's actually quite a feat because we're kind of still not fully out of it yet, so good stuff, man.
I know it. It's been good to me. I've played major, large crowds at the Tejas Rodeo up in Bulverde. One night during the summer we played, we were sold out. I mean, the place was packed. I could show you pictures.
Wow.
Just to how many people were just packed in that small area and honky-tonking and dancing and not wearing masks. But
that's a whole other interview.
That's a whole other thing to complain about. But,
well, let me remind everybody, we're talking to Brad Jenschke here. He's out of Poteet, and he's going to be in Uvalde tonight, performing at 7 o'clock at Hangar 6 Air Cafe. We just played one of your previous singles, An Angel in a Cowboy Hat. I've got your brand new single, West Texas Girl, lined up. And again, man, interesting story, man. You're a real live rancher. You got a legit business, and then by evening and weekends, you're out there doing gigs. Now, let's talk about the band. You've got a full band, and then you've got, you're going to do a solo kind of show tonight. But tell me, what's the differences between what you do, when you're a group versus what you're doing when it's more of an intimate thing?
So I'm very thankful for the band members I have. I've had the same bass player for two bands, essentially. Benny Pelfrey He's 5-string bass player, and he's ex-military musician, so he's just as solid as you can imagine. This guy just has real skills, and he's not afraid to just sit in the back and play bass.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not worried about singing or being part of the crowd and entertaining. He's just there to play bass, and that's all he knows, and he loves it. So couldn't ask for a better bass player. And a few years ago, I picked up a fiddle player who is the opposite of Vinny. He is a rowdy, party animal, hang out and entertain the crowd kind of fiddle player, and everybody loves it. And his name is Travis St. Peter, and when he shows up, he's out there entertaining the crowd. He's got a wireless guitar connector he's made up for fiddle, and he'll be out in the crowd playing for the people and sitting with people just playing his fiddle and stuff and just entertaining.
Now, if I may, is this the same guy that's on your West Texas Girl video with that Eddie Van Halen style fiddle?
That's him.
Oh, man, that guy's a rocker, bro. Love him.
And he can play you, when he picks up guitar, because he plays both, but I'll let him pick up guitar too, and he'll play you just about anything you can think of written by Van Halen, and he's phenomenal at it. So we have a little Van Halen tribute part of the live show.
Wow.
So when he's not grinding on that fiddle or picking out those guitar riffs, like we'll go on break and he'll pull out cards and he'll start doing magic tricks for the kids and the young teenagers and stuff, and they'll just be going crazy just because he's really a good magician.
You are speaking my language, man. You got traditional country, you got Van Halen, and you got like magic. Oh, man, it's like the best show on earth, man.
It is. It really is, and it's not all because of me. I just stand up there and look pretty is what I tell people.
That's awesome.
Things, but so Travis is an animal with fiddle, great on guitar, and really helps me entertain with the show. And then on the drums, he's only been with us for a few months, but he's fantastic, and I love him to death. He's just a great guy. His name is Brent Rydell, and he's from St. Hedwig, and he shows up, and he's one of those people that he just kind of seamlessly came into the band because he came from kind of the same old cloth that I did, so I can mention any country song, and he knows it. You know, he's not one of those people that, oh, hang on, I got to look it up. Like, no, I've heard that one before. Let's play it. And so I was throwing him some curveballs, like Small Town Saturday Night, or I Love a Rainy Night, or Must Be the Whiskey, or White House Road, you know, because we'll play kind of a blend of old country and some stuff from the 90s, and then we throw in a lot of the Texas country stuff that's new. We really don't do any top 40. I can't really think of any top 40 song that I do. I think I have one, the Head Over Boots song by John Hardy. I think that's the only top 40 country song we actually cover.
Hey, man, you had me at Eddie Rabbit, so we're all good.
Yeah.
Well, man, we're talking to Brad Jenschke. He's performing tonight, 7 to 10, at the Hangar 6 Air Cafe. That's right there at Garnerfield Airport here in Uvalde. So this will be your first time to perform in Uvalde, or have you come through before?
I believe this is definitely my first time to perform in Uvalde. I've been there a few times here and there. The last time I was there, I think we were floating the river in Concan. And
Very good.
Decided to go on a little road trip and get away. I think we wound up at, I think it was called the Sunrise Cafe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, food was delicious. So we just went in there on a Sunday to grab some food, and that was the last time I've been to Uvalde, Texas.
Nice. Yeah, go get a nice West Side diner, man. You're going to be more on the East Side this time around. So, yeah, exciting. You can get the best of both worlds here. But we're excited to have you, man. And again, thank you so much for taking this gig last minute. Once again, we did have Morgan Ashley, who is just a fantastic artist out of College Station, Female Vocalist of the Year for the Texas Regional Radio Music Awards. So kind of a bummer that she lost her voice. But, man, I'm excited to see you, dude, and have you here in Uvalde making your debut. Now, okay, you talked about the band. We got a little bit of a preview as to what kind of song selection you guys got. Let's go ahead and get into the new song because we're going to run out of time here soon. You've got a brand new song and video. West Texas Girl. Tell me, I guess, behind the scenes, what's up with this new song?
The West Texas Girl is a song I wrote, and it was because it didn't even take place at the coast. It was, we were at Strawberry Festival, which is my hometown festival here in Pete, and just me and some buddies were hanging out, and we met some girls that were from Lubbock. And so this one kept talking about how she would drink this green chili wine, which is what you hear mentioned in the song. And, well, we said goodbye to them a few days before, at the end of the festival, and anyhow, just for weeks after that, I was kicking around that line in my head. She was a West Texas girl and green chili one, kind of like that. And it just kept kind of rotating through my head. So one day I just sat down and started writing words, but I didn't want it to take place at this Strawberry Festival because that would it'd be kind of hard to fit the story that people can relate to. So I took it down to the coast. And so words from the song, like met a West Texas girl somewhere out on the coast, look in her eye, she seemed to pull me in close, and stuff like that was just kind of something I threw together, part fiction, part fact, and it came out as a pretty cool song, I thought. But anyhow, fast forward to earlier this summer, we decided to make a music video to it, and my brother-in-law is a fishing guide, and he lives down in Port O'Connor with my sister. Well, they live down there during the summer and up here during the winter time. And so we decided to go ahead and film it on his boat and out at the beaches in Port O'Connor. And I actually had a show that night at the 5D Steakhouse. So that's where all the live footage came from. And so I got my band members on board, and everybody was great with it. And there was only one thing. We needed somebody to play the West Texas girl.
Yeah, well, you got a good one. That's a nice-looking lady. Do we know her? She a hired gun, or is she a wife, a girlfriend?
You're going to laugh at this. So I go to the gym every day, and she would be in there.
Oh, she looks like she's a gym rat, for sure.
Oh, yeah, well, she's actually a professional bodybuilder. Her name's Julia Sabrina, and she lives here, in Natchitoches County. And so, yeah, she was training for her competition, and I'm over there just like a fat kid, running a little bit on the treadmill, weight,
doing your best, right, yeah.
She's like going at it every day, just hardcore work, putting in a lot of work, put it that way. She must have wanted that competition pretty bad. And so I just asked her one day in passing, like, hey, do you want to come be in a music video? And she was all about it, so... show down at the coast, show up down at the coast this day, and we'll be out there with a camera. And so she came out there and stayed the evening. We all stayed the evening in the hotel. Woke up the next morning. We got some of our shots out of the way while she was doing her makeup and stuff. So those shots, like where I'm just walking around the beach and singing and stuff, we got those out of the way first, and then I think next we did the scene where we're on the boat. We jumped on my brother-in-law's boat, and that's him and my sister on the boat with us. And
well, it's a fun video, man. It really fits the music, the vibe. Really cool. Obviously, your lead actress is beautiful. So if you haven't seen the video yet, go find Brad Jenschke and West Texas Girl. It's on YouTube and probably your official website as well too. But man, a lot of fun, and it's so cool. It's got a good production value as well too. So congratulations on that. As far as more music, what's still to come for Brad Jenschke and the band?
So what I'm doing is I'm taking the previous songs that I've written, and I'm working on 4 to 5 new tracks right now, and so we're going to roll this all in and bundle it together as an album.
Nice, all right.
I'm planning on slapping the title, Angel in a Cowboy Hat, on the front, and rolling with it, because I think that kind of defines just how it's been for me. I couldn't be any more thankful to God, not only for how well my music career has turned out, but not only for that, but for how well this year has gone, and especially since I went through a lot of bad things last year, a lot of hardships, one real bad one at the end of the year, and it was hard to bounce back from, put it that way, to the point that I didn't know if I was going to make it through it. So, but I got through it, got through my hardships, and bounced back, music career bounced back, and new drummer joined, and we got music rolling again, started getting back in the studio, making things happen, and the phone started ringing, and I really haven't had to call and beg people this year to go play at their venue. It's been a lot of them calling me.
Nice.
Which is a really nice change, and it's a humbling experience to say, oh, you heard my stuff and you want me there. Oh, that's exciting,
Well, man, that's exciting that you're on the upside and things are going well. So, man, let's go ahead and get this song on. I appreciate you, Brad, checking in. And again, we are so grateful that you're performing again tonight, 7 to 10 p.m. at a Hangar 6 Air Cafe. That's 249 Airport Boulevard in Uvalde. That's right there at the Garner Field Airport. It's a great spot. It's going to be beautiful weather, and Brad's going to get on out there and entertain you. Again, free show on the patio, so come on out and have some delicious food and a nice cold beer. Brad, give us the website, the social medias, whatever you want to plug, man, before we get into this new single.
So website, www.bradjenschke.com. It includes all my tour dates. You can look me up on Facebook, just under my name, Brad Jenschke Music. And if you want to find me on TikTok, where I have somehow, for some reason, have 55,000 followers.
Wow, nice.
You can, rockstar.rancher will get you to my TikTok, and then my YouTube channel where you can find my new video to West Texas Girl is just look up Rockstar Rancher on YouTube.
All right, so Google Brad Jenschke or Rockstar Rancher, and you're going to find it. So, good stuff, man. All right, man. Well, Brad, let's go ahead and get this song on again. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you tonight, 7 p.m. Everybody be there. Hangar 6 Air Cafe out at the airport. This one's called West Texas Girl. Brad Jenschke, brand new here on UvaldeRadio.net. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you, man.
Thank y'all so much for having me. God bless y'all.
Well, I'm a South Texas boy who likes tequila and lime. A cold margarita would suit me just fine. Met a West Texas girl somewhere out on the coast. The look in her eyes seemed to pull me in close. The bottle she had was labeled green Chile wine, a West Texas spirit on the spicier side. She lit up my world when she smiled at me. We sat there all night by a fire on the beach. The sweet on her lips, the spice on her tongue, a taste of the wine, and I was coming on strong. She was a West Texas girl with a bottle of wine who made me forget the tequila and lime. Taste of that green Chile wine came when that girl pressed her lips to mine. Now all I can say is God bless the man who made that wine that she held in her hand. The sweet on her lips, the spice on her tongue, a taste of the wine, and I was coming on strong. She was a West Texas girl with a bottle of wine who made me forget the tequila and lime. On her tongue, a taste of the wine, and I was coming on strong. She was a West Texas girl with a bottle of wine. I forgot all about the tequila and lime.